Second, that he has deteriorated to the point that he can no longer govern Cuba. Or third, that he's dead. I'm more inclined thinking about either that he's so deteriorated or that he's dead. The way the pronouncement were made from Cuba indicates that he's passing the power not only to Raul, but to a group of people. So the perception that the Cuban government wants to provide is that this is a institutional, collegiate succession of power with Raul at the top. So I think that this is obviates or does not require the Politburo of the Communist Party to get together and appoint a successor. By doing it this way, he becomes the de facto leader of Cuba without any legal necessity to approve it. So Fidel Castro bequeathed the power to his brother. So it's a very interesting, and the fact that the guy that made the announcement is very, very close to Fidel, is part of what is called the Grupo de Apoyo al Comandante, or the group that supports the commander-in-chief, indicates that Fidel is telling the Cuban people, look, my brother is the heir, this is the guy, and this is my wishes.
Jaime, is there any wiggle room here, you think, for dissidents to take action on the island so that there could be some sort of overthrow?
I don't think so. Okay. I've been hearing that there are reports of the military being mobilized in various provinces. I think the security apparatus will go into full activity right now. Probably they will either arrest a number of dissidents or force them to stay in their houses. So if Fidel is really dead, there will be a series of measures by the Cuban government to ensure that there is no opposition, no demonstrations, no violence in the streets.
Jaime, what do you think we should expect to see? What do you think we'll be seeing as far as a difference on the island in the days to come? Any visible changes?
Well, the visible change you will see is a greater military, police, security in the streets. The second thing, there will be some announcement by Raul in the next 24, 48 hours explaining the condition of his brother. They may want to make the announcement if he died that he's dead, or they may hold off if he hasn't died, or even if he died, they may want to hold off to make sure that all the ducks are in line and that they have total control. And then we will hear funeral music on Cuban radio and television.
Jaime, but tell me specifically, what is it that leads you to believe that he may actually be dead? I mean, certainly if you look at the streets right now, the reaction that we're seeing, you would assume that that's what most of Miami is thinking.
No, I mean, I'm not looking at Miami to analyze what's happening in Cuba. The nature of the letter that was read today by the Cuban officials indicates that power is being passed semi-permanently to this group of people with Raul at the top.
And you believe that that's a pretty good indication? That it has to be at least extremely grave, his condition,
well,
correct?
It's never been done in 47 years. Yeah. He had surgery before. He had surgery a couple of years ago when he fell, and it wasn't done. So it indicates to me that either he's very, very ill or he's really dead by now.
But do we know if that knee surgery was done under general or local anesthesia? Because I would imagine that it would be, it happens in this country when a president is put under.
There are reports that he had other operations in the past, and so and never this kind. He's an 80-year-old man, so I think that this is really close to the end of the end.
You mentioned the